Title: Trump's $16 million reflecting pool disaster just got worse. Have you ever seen a project that was supposed to symbolize greatness end up becoming a symbol of embarrassment? Well, that's exactly what's happening in Washington, D.C. right now. What was supposed to be a patriotic renovation of the iconic Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool has turned into a growing controversy, a political headache, and for many critics, a perfect metaphor for the Trump era itself. And now, in a bizarre twist, an American Olympian has been arrested in connection with the very project that's making headlines across the country. Let's break it all down. The Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool is one of the most recognizable landmarks in America. Millions of visitors come every year to stand beside it, take photos, and reflect on some of the most important moments in American history. But recently, visitors noticed something unusual. Instead of the calm, clear water people expect to see, parts of the pool had turned green, not just slightly green. People described it as looking like olive soup, lime green sludge, and even Mountain Dew. Workers wearing waders could be seen rushing around the pool, trying to remove algae and clean up the growing mess. And according to reports, the problem started after a major renovation project ordered earlier this year. The renovation wasn't cheap. Government contracts connected to the project have already exceeded $16 million. The goal was to improve the appearance of the pool and prepare it for upcoming national celebrations. But things didn't exactly go according to plan. Reports indicate that a special waterproof coating was applied to the bottom of the pool. The material was intended to improve durability and appearance. Instead, sections of that coating have reportedly started peeling away. Visitors began noticing large pieces floating on the surface. Some pieces were even visible from the edge of the pool. Critics immediately started asking questions. How could a project costing millions of taxpayer dollars run into these kinds of problems so quickly? And why does the pool appear to need additional repairs almost immediately after being renovated? Those questions only became louder when reports emerged that the pool may need to be drained again for further work. Yes, after spending millions of dollars in weeks of construction, officials are reportedly considering another round of repairs. For many observers, that's become the real story, not the renovation itself, but the fact that such a high-profile project appears to be struggling almost as soon as it was completed. Then came the twist nobody expected. On Friday, U.S. Park Police arrested American Olympic canoeist David Hearn. Authorities accused him of damaging government property after he allegedly touched a section of the peeling material inside the reflecting pool. According to reports, Hearn denies causing any damage. He says he simply reached down to examine a loose piece of material because he was curious about what it felt like. That's where the situation becomes controversial. Supporters of Hearn argue that touching an already detached piece of material is very different from vandalizing federal property. Critics, however, say visitors should never interfere with national monuments regardless of the circumstances. Either way, the arrest immediately drew national attention because it happened during an ongoing debate over the condition of the pool itself. The optics couldn't have been worse. A multi-million-dollar renovation is facing criticism over algae, peeling surfaces, and possible additional repairs. And now an Olympian is making headlines because of the same project. Meanwhile, President Trump has defended the renovation and has stated that contractors are working to address the issues. He also suggested that additional maintenance, including draining the pool again, may be necessary to fully resolve the problems. Supporters say every major construction project experiences unexpected challenges, and that critics are exaggerating temporary setbacks for political reasons. But opponents see something very different. They argue that the situation raises broader questions about oversight, spending, and priorities. After all, when taxpayers hear that more than $16 million has been spent on a project that may already require significant repairs, they're naturally going to ask tough questions. And those questions aren't going away anytime soon. What makes this story particularly interesting is that it has evolved beyond a simple maintenance issue. It's become a political symbol. Supporters view the criticism as another attempt to attack Trump over routine government operations. Critics view the trouble renovation as an example of larger management problems. In today's political environment, even a reflecting pool can become a national debate. And that's exactly what happened here. As workers continue trying to restore the pool and officials evaluate next steps, the story remains far from over. Will the repairs solve the problem? Will taxpayers receive answers about the project's costs and execution? And what happens with a case involving Olympian David Hearn? Those are the questions many Americans are still asking. One thing is certain. What was intended to be a showcase project has instead become one of Washington's most talked about controversies. And until the algae disappears, the repairs hold, and the questions stop coming. This story is likely to remain in the spotlight. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think this is being blown out of proportion? Or do you think taxpayers deserve a full explanation for how a $16 million renovation ended up making headlines for all the wrong reasons? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.